a quick appearance as myself in order to explain things a bit. So, as you can see, this video has been split into 2 parts, and you're probably wondering why that is. Well, long story short, I didn't really have much choice. Certain segments of this went on for far too long and disrupted the pacing a bit, so I thought it'd be best to divide it in 2. And yes, the wall review is on this list, again, because I had no choice. In fact, that is one of the main reasons why this video is being split into 2. So, if you want to hear my thoughts on that, go watch part 2, it's all explained there. Part 1 is mostly gonna be some nitpicky things. Anyway, enough of my rambling, on with the show!
Critic, Critic's excitement. Ooh, Critic, he's flashy and things like that.
Okay, now which part is this? Oh, right. So for the past few videos, I've been talking about all the nostalgia Critic moments that I personally enjoyed, and also demo reel. So now I feel it's only fair to talk about the moments that I didn't necessarily find all that funny. So you finally admit it. Admit what? That's the nostalgia Critic isn't as perfect as you claim him to be. Not once did I ever say that. You didn't? No. Well, you probably think that. No, I don't. Really? Hey, I like the man, and 99% of the time, he's hilarious. But then there's that 1% that makes me sigh, cringe, feel grossed out, roll my eyes, or just not laugh. It doesn't happen often, but it has happened. And we're going to talk about those moments here today. This is the top 11 worst nostalgia Critic moments.
Critic, we've peed our pants. Isn't that mostly terrifying and kind of humorous?
No, it's mostly humorous and kind of ridiculous.
It's complex.
It's stupid.
Stupidly complex.
Complexly stupid.
He just doesn't see how this can possibly be an alien invasion.
God help you if our snot gets infected too.
I'd like to see you try to find the humor in that.
Okay, first off, ew. Second, this scene had obviously been flipped around during the editing phase. Admittedly, this isn't the first time something like this has happened. The reason why it's an issue here is because it screws up the staging of a later scene.
Hey Malcolm, you in there?
Yeah, boy, this advanced alien race sure is easy to do.
Yeah, you want to grab a bite at Portillo's?
Sounds good.
Where are they? Where are they? Come out, wherever you are. My little micro machines. I need to fix you in the Lego set in my brain.
That's so Malcolm and Tamara.
See, they're not actually facing each other. You see how it's not possible for Malcolm and Tamara to be talking to one another right now? Ironically, this mistake could have been avoided if Doug hadn't flipped the earlier scene in the first place, or if he had just flipped the ear scene. That could have worked. Now, onto the other review in the slot.
Monster Squad!
That film.
Just to be clear, I do like this review a lot, but it's so obvious that Malcolm wasn't available for the majority of the filming for this review. Seriously, it's to the point where it's distracting. There are so many scenes where he should physically be there and everyone acts like he is, but he isn't. They even had to Photoshop him into the group shot.
We did a group picture earlier, and we're just gonna kind of Photoshop you in, as would be the case in a real '80s film.
Yes, it would.
Characters in it. So pretty much, we're all doing like the cliche. Rob's on a calculator, like he's having a snack, and like Jim's like doing like this with his shades, looking like, cool and stuff. So okay, you can just be like, yeah.
That has always confused me. Why couldn't they just wait for Malcolm to arrive before doing that? How long does it take to do a group shot? Taking a picture isn't that complicated a process.
We don't want to hear how your mommy came in your house, weird Confederate hat-wearing kid.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, he wears a Confederate hat through, like, most of this movie.
Was this a thing in the 80s?
No.
Okay, so the review part of this video isn't the issue. In fact, there's one moment in this that made me laugh really hard.
Oh no! An invisible force field impenetrable to Bad King.
The way the ball just bounces off the wall. So funny. Anyway, the reenacted stuff is fine. It's just everything else surrounding it that's the issue. There are some moments in this that feel a little forced.
You know, you seem to think these movies are only made for angry, awkward, overweight 14-year-old boys, and I give it more credit than that.
Yeah, give art a chance, Rick. Critic, tell us what happens next.
So Deadpool befriends an angry, awkward, overweight 14-year-old boy, and...
Really? You had to phrase it that way?
Oh, just get on with it!
I mean, how specific was that?
Come on!
Yeah, like that.
Oh, it's that same old middle-of-the-road bullshit you always pull, huh?
Yeah, nut up and pick a side.
Yeah, that's the one thing we can agree on. This guy is a pussy!
Yeah, Mr. Participation Award over here.
And that one too. If the summary at the end of this video is Doug's actual opinion on the film, then that's perfectly fine. But the way the scene's written, it comes across as if he's just saying that so the fourth wall breakers can point out what he's doing. At least for me it does. Now, in my opinion, these two videos were completely ruined by their endings. Let's talk about the commercial special first.
Alright, you hairless Elmo. I'll try your damn coffee. It's okay. You know, I'm not gonna lie, that seemed a little excessive. I mean, you go to all this effort, you blow up my friends. Rude. And for what? Just to have people try Wilkins coffee. What is so important about everybody trying Wilkins coffee?
You know, a house isn't a home without Wilkins coffee. Let's leave it to the hand of fate. If you don't drink Wilkins coffee, you're not all there. In fact, without Wilkins coffee, you're nowhere. He always was a bad sport.
The whole point of those ads is that you'd be attacked if you didn't drink Wilkins coffee. But the NC did drink it. So why is he dead now? If he did have to die at the end, then it should have been done differently. Like, say, if the NC was forced to choose between having Wilkins coffee and some other drink. He defiantly chooses the other drink, and it's revealed that that drink was poisoned. Doesn't that make much more sense? And speaking of things not making sense...
We have sandbags?
It is I, the Phantasm of the Studio.
Oh man, I thought we sprayed for these.
I have come to make the rest of Dark Knight Month a living hell. Soon you will know the meaning of the word pain, for I am going to ruin this review.
No, it's cool. I'm pretty good at doing that on my own.
The twist regarding who the Phantasm of the Studio is makes no sense. Not to mention the fact that after he's confronted, the NC tries to guess who the Phantasm is, and the name that he says is revealed to be the culprit at the end. He literally just gave the twist away! If Doug wasn't going to put any effort into this sketch, then he should have just made this an editorial review. I mean, this is just unbelievably lazy writing.
And it is a Lord. Say,
Hey guys, how'd you get out of the closet?
oh, we've had a way out for a while. We've just been making you think we're always stuck in there.
Yes, and we've been using our time growing bitter against you and working out a way to seek our revenge.
That's great.
Yeah, of all the NC snob crossovers that have been done over the years, this one isn't that great. These two usually work well together. They've proven that time and time again. But there's something about this particular review that felt very off to me. There were a couple of times where I thought to myself, maybe they should have gone with a different take.
If Gibson cared so much about representing Jesus, why wasn't he involved with other movies about Jesus' life?
He was! Don't you remember Forever Young? Huh?
And don't even get me started on the editing.
Okay, let's just torture him here.
What? Anti-Sagite bastards!
Really? You couldn't just show the snob walking away or something like that. You'd rather have him just disappear in the next shot.
Who dares bring forth the beast with the Motorola 68,000 processor, the foul stench of the Zilog Z80 with a library of over 900 games?
I don't know what any of that means!
Neither do I. What the hell is this? I really don't understand the whole Mario and Luigi thing. I just don't.
I'm dead! Ho! Ho! Ho!
Don't worry about Santa Christ. He's completely fine the next time you see him.
By the discontinuous powers that somehow killed me in the Cinema Snob crossover yet brought me back?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Dick.
It's honestly kind of surprising just how unfunny this review is. And that's why this video has the highest view count on Brad's channel. Really? This one? Huh.
Okay, there's no more of that.
Oh, there'll be plenty more of that.
Critic, Tamara stabbed me in the eye with a pen.
Well, you shouldn't have taken the last Diet Coke.
That was my Diet Coke.
Mine!
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 Tamara! Hit a C note!
What are you talking about?
Ooh.
I'm definitely not following this.
Ooh.
We should probably get him to a hospital.
I may literally have seconds.
Ooh.
That's more like it. Now get your cult clothes on.
Ooh.
We're having Kool-Aid tonight.
And joke ruined! Come on, man, you had a perfect setup for a joke and that's your punchline? Malcolm had a pen in his eye. There was blood coming out of it. You even say he may only have seconds to live. Why are they singing? What was the point of even having the seconds to live line if you weren't going to follow through with it? And I'm pretty sure they're not even singing the C note. It would have been so much funnier if Malcolm had collapsed and Tamara was forced to drag him to the hospital. But instead, you have them sing and then follow it up with a random line about cults. Man, what a wasted opportunity.
Allergy formula complete.
Thought we get a doggo-s mutsy knot.
That is quite possibly the worst pun I have ever heard in my entire life.
I agree. That was terrible. Just terrible. I don't really have much to say about the review outside of that, so let's move on to Freddy Got Fingered.
And for those of you who think I killed my entire cast for this movie.
This was just pointless. I seriously doubt that there was anyone out there who truly believed that the cast were actually dead, especially since many of them had died in previous reviews.
I did kill Rob, though. He owed me $2.
And that line about Rob is just not true. It's shown in a later review that he's totally fine, which is more proof that this tag was just unnecessary.
You freaking idiots! The world's on fire! How about yours? That's the way I like it, and I never get bored. Oh.
Now, I'm sure that there are a lot of people out there that genuinely like this video. I am not one of those people. Now, I am in no way saying that it's wrong for people to like this. If you do like this video, then fine, go ahead and like it. But for me personally, I just didn't find it very engaging. I feel this could have been funny if he had actually reviewed it in his regular style, instead of doing it as a Let's Play. This style clearly doesn't suit him. I will admit, this video did get a few little giggles out of me here and there. But that's the key word here, little. When I watch a Nostalgia Critic video, I don't want little giggles. I expect to be laughing so hard that the muscles in my face start to hurt. And that's usually what I get. Why did I get that from this? It's not painful to sit through by any means. It's just very underwhelming. Not even Doug himself likes this video.
This video, I was not satisfied with when I was done shooting it. I was really just sort of hoping and praying that maybe, you know, that there's just something there that maybe I'm not seeing that maybe people will like it anyway. Because there are times where I've put out videos that I felt, you know, wasn't my strongest or wasn't as good as it could be, but people still enjoy them. So you always sort of take that risk, and you probably hear over and over, there's so many times where a producer or comedian, performer, whatever, won't know what's going to be a hit or not. Sometimes a lot of things we think are going to be phenomenal turn out to be big bombs, and a lot of things we think are going to be big bombs turn out to be big hits. And something I think a lot of people sort of misinterpreted, which I do want to make very clear, is that when I was making the joke in the opening, oh, Let's Players do is, if that's even the term, all these people do Let's Plays do is they just play a game and talk during it. Well, that's easy, I can do that, blah, blah, blah. The idea behind that was to show that it was not easy, and I get very frustrated and I can't make it all the way through. It was not to say, Let's Players have no talent, there's nothing to it. That was the joke, is that the Nostalgia Critic doesn't know any better, and he's a moron. He doesn't know what he's getting himself into. And I know there's a lot of people coming to me at cons and stuff and say, I like the Let's Play, I don't know what the problem is. That's great, thank you for the support. I don't like it.
Thankfully, he's never done another video like this. He's reviewed some games, sure, but never another Let's Play. And I seriously doubt he'll be doing more of those in the future.
Sweet crispy Jesus, every time one of them speaks, I hear a child being murdered. I'm not kidding. That's seriously what I hear every time one of them talks.
Oh, the gunshots and the screaming just made me feel so uncomfortable. Enough said. Now on to the Ernest Saves Christmas review. Well, not the whole thing, just this line.
Yes, I think he entertains the autistic children.
As someone who does have autism spectrum disorder, I didn't really care for this joke, due to the implication that people like me are so dumb that we'll laugh at anything. Now, I am in no way saying that the joke reflects Doug's actual views on autistic people, or anyone under the neurodivergence umbrella, but that's the impression that the joke gives, and let's face it, it's not a very good impression. It does help that he apologized for the joke and removed it from the review.
Not only was this inappropriate, it just didn't make sense. There's just as many high-functioning autistic people as there are low-functioning autistic people. In fact, there's even more high-functioning. I know autistic people, and to be honest, this was just an unfair, unthought-out joke. I didn't even think it was that funny when I put it in. I just sort of did it on the off chance that maybe someone else would find it funny. It was a gamble, and to this day it remains to be the only joke I ever removed because I simply thought it was low and unfair. No disrespect, people, it's just a really stupid mistake that I hope never to make again.
Of course, I would have preferred that he not use the joke at all, but that's just me. And with that concludes part 1 of this video. Please check out part 2 to see slots 7, 3, and 1. See you there.
Hey, Doug Walker here doing the charity shout out, and this week we are doing Next for Autism. Next for Autism transforms the national landscape of services for people with autism by strategically designing, launching, and supporting innovative programs. They believe that individuals with autism have the potential to live fulfilling, productive lives when supported by excellent services and connected to their communities. While many organizations engage in advocacy or fund scientific research, Next for Autism addresses the needs of people with autism and their families across the country right now. They create and support exceptional educational, clinical, and vocational programs, all cutting edge, all with an eye towards affecting fundamental shifts in current approaches to autism services. If you look at their site and their YouTube page, you can not only see all the good that they do, but the number of celebrities and entertainers that have also gotten behind it. Check it out and see how you can create a new and improved future for so many.